polygamy specifically for Black people, I think is very beneficial. I had relations. I have kids. I got baby moms. I have 2 other baby mothers, where there's a situation as to where essentially I'm taken out of the lives of children that are mine, and that's because of the way society is designed and people are indoctrinated today. Due to selfishness of people, and some could say, "Oh, you're selfish. You made a baby, and you didn't marry the woman, or you made a baby with this woman. You made a baby, so on and so forth." But one could also look at the women involved and say, why are you so selfish? As to be selfish, and if you as an individual woman don't get what you want, you will then ruin, erase, or eliminate the ability for that child to have a loving and happy, full, complete family. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for a second. Because you couldn't have the man to yourself, ownership of the man, you then instead, okay, forget the whole thing. You can't see your children, or I'm going to make it difficult for you to see your children, and I'm going to go out and try to make another traditional, indoctrinated family with another man. Meanwhile, strain is on everyone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that polygamy is a solution for everyone, because it's not. But I could argue that the majority, it's a solution for a majority of situations and families and things being broken apart and strain being put on people. And when we could all just get along, we could all just get along in some sense and bring everybody together. If it was me, there's, for children and for people that I care about, I want the best for them. I would sacrifice things of myself, most anything of myself, to be able to bring them together and give them happiness and give them comfort and give them support. But people have to be able to recognize that support. They have to recognize that it's good for them. They have to recognize that it's a benefit for them. And if they don't, they're just going to be their own worst enemy. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting up with that. Meanwhile, you're struggling for your own happiness. You're struggling financially. You're struggling with stress. You're struggling with depression. You're struggling because you don't have enough love and support in your life. Because the indoctrination embedded in your mind has effectively put an electrical gate around the easier, happier life that you could have, because you have been taught that that's a bad thing. That's not the way to live. That's not the way it should go. You should be like this. The only way you could find happiness is if you find the perfect man and the perfect woman, and you two just work it out and just be amazingly happy all the time. But if you look out into the world, you don't see that anywhere. Even if you see married couples that are together, been together for a while, most times the couple would, someone was married prior, there's kids that were made before and after, outside the marriage, and so on. And people are sitting here struggling and fighting to find happiness in this life because they've been taught to do it a more difficult way than it could be done with polygamy. And I'm preaching with passion because I understand this. My wife, she understands it and believes in it and sees the benefits, and it should be a more natural process to come into something like that. But I think from the perspective of where we have never talked about how polygamy is shunned because of its benefits to the people who are involved in it, because of its benefits to the people that partake in it. And the threat, and I don't use threat loosely, but I feel like it is a threat to societal norms in a system that has been put in place strategically to create a society of people who are workers, who are bleeding for the machine. And if you put together families that are based around polygamy, you then eliminate their need to buy into your system. You eliminate their need to be stuck in your system. You allow them to have more power within their own unit and to more resources to build within themselves and with their own family unit, and have to pay out less to you financially, have to pay out less to you with time. They have to pay out less to you, to your system, with life energy. And thus, you have a family that has more security, more protection, more love, more control, more financial security. And people don't think about polygamy that way. They think about it selfishly. They think about it like, oh, well, I was born and they taught me this, this, and this. I can't think outside of that, logically speaking. And that's something that I feel like that we as a society have to wake up and grow. And literally, we have one life to live. Regardless if you believe in reincarnation or what have you, we got one conscious life to live that we're in here now. And do you want to steal as much happiness from it as you can? Do you want to make life as easy as possible while you're here as it possibly can? Do you want to be as happy as you can? And if you do, you have to fight against the things that they threw on you from when you were born, because logically speaking, these are not the best things for us to have the best lives or the most happiest lives. And we got to wake up.